What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another day of the stream. I do apologize if you hear the vicious wailing of what is my air conditioner. I tried to stop it from being so goddamn loud, but it doesn't want to cooperate on that front. So we're just gonna have to deal with it together, yeah. Okay, so last left off, we finished Halam Shiral, judged the corpse of Duchess Florian, and we're just about here. So let's see what else is on the docket for today. Oh, probably gonna end up just talking to a lot of people because everybody has something to say about the bullshit that happened down there. Varric, talk to me, buddy.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Oof, that sucks.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
Spies, huh?
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
Well, okay, I guess you're honest. What books do you write? You own shops.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
A beet plantation.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. And well, you already know about Swords and Shields. To be honest, it's not a great serial. I don't have the knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
I guess. Let's hear
Where
about
did you
Bianca,
get that
though.
crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
And we know why.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Let's probably say girlfriend
Thanks,
or
Varric.
wife.
No problem.
Complicated or not. I wonder if Vivian is still glitched out. We tried to talk to her yesterday. Hello, soulless pondering on the nature of things.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You've seen this before. I like it.
You miss court intrigue. When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Gaspar should be a steadfast ally. Briala will keep him in check, and look after the elves.
This is true. I hope it helps the elves. Worked out for everyone. I do hope it
I
helps
hope
the elves.
Briala is able to use her position to help your people.
How would helping Briala help? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry. I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
That's tragic. You should consider it. I agree. Who then?
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
I agree.
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable.
Oh,
She
God.
organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Very true. Good for the insight, Solus. Though, you got some splaining to do. Dorian Parvis! Speak to me, boy. Speak.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace.
That it?
An empress dead, an emperor under your spell, and that elven harpy eating out of your hand, if she doesn't bite it off. All this
she won't.
dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
We should do it more often. You missed that. Happy I could help. Don't be ridiculous. Happy to help.
oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Despair.
I should go.
See you, Dorian.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Tasted of despair. What does depressed ham taste like? Oh, everything's gone. Or glitched. There we go. Glitched it is. Okay. Loading Serene's game. Fun times.
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
Perhaps. Yeah, why my help? We've got like battalions of soldiers that can help you.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Are you calling me a brute?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
Very well.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Love how with my height, the camera is just solely focused on her boob window. Alright. Let us actually go back into the library and go talk to Liliana. Do we have anything to turn in? Nope. Oh, she's over here.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
But what do you want? You're their last resort, so... Yeah, divine.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
You could abandon ship.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
I mean, that's kind of true. So little faith in people. The Chantry did breach it.
It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear.
If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Alright, and I think we need to talk to you about some other things. I don't know.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Is that it? And tell me
Let's
about
talk
yourself,
about you.
since you acted so strangely at Halamshirall.
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
Well, okay. Fuck you too.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time, I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later. Inquisitor?
Updates.
Anything I should know?
There is upheaval in Olay. Our support of Ambassador Briella has scandalized the nobility. I'm quite pleased, personally. If Olay's in turmoil, they will look to us for stability.
Carry on then.
I'll leave you to your work.
Doing quite well. And we jump to her death. God, it always confuses me which door is the right one. I think it's this one. Yes, this does lead into the main hall, but I want to go talk to Cullen, so we're going to go through this one. And then we'll go and talk to Josephine, like, once we finish up with the save the best for last. Hello, buddy. Getting all wistful again. Okay, come the fuck on.
Gloat all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Sit down.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
Having fun.
Are you two playing nice?
I'm always nice. You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won, and I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
Why not?
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Tell me about your family, buddy.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
Yeah, no need for formality.
We've
my
been
dude.
through enough to drop the formalities and simply talk.
I suppose we have. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
All right, is there anything else, Cullen?
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
We have the Templars.
We brought most of the Templars over.
I thank the Maker for that, even if we were too late for some. The Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
No, I don't want to be a Templar.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
All right, so who's left? Blackwall on this side, everybody in the tavern on the other side. What's this? Horse Tenant.
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Tell me about the Warden's thoughts on the
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
Okay.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
God, he fucking hates me all the time.
That Caripius, he's a snake. The Conclave, Haven, Palau.
All right, into the tavern with us. Hey, Thren. Cool. Get off the
I
chair,
wonder who
Crumb.
knows pain has tried the game. It's one who lacks a certain...
Oh, and Cassandra. Oh, Bull has something to say.
You wanted to see me? Bull!
I got it!
E posti sala talvasoth.
Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so... Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You were expecting them?
You knew the assassins were coming?
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
Could have warned me.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrith training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking. See? Like that. If I'd warned you or the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
How's the wound?
Are you all right?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit. But that's about it.
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrath? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending 2 guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talva. Talva fucking Shoth.
Hey. Let's go back. Report this attack.
You don't need to say Talvashoth like it's an insult.
This isn't about you, boss.
But I'm Talvashoth too, just like you.
No, you're not. Not really. You grew up with a family. You never knew anything different. I've killed hundreds of Talvashoth in Saharan. Bandits, murderers, bastards who turned their back on the Qun. And now I'm one of them.
No, you're not.
You're not a Talvashoth. That's a Kunari word, and you don't follow the Qun any longer. You're Iron Bull, mercenary captain for the Inquisition.
I can live with that. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
My man! Alright. I find it entirely hilarious, because, people person. You good? Oh, you're reading something. I find that entirely hilarious, because Cullen's, like, room was obviously right behind us. Knowing him, he would have probably rushed out with a goddamn sword, too. Hey, Cole.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Yeah, it's the game. Did you like the masks?
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Oh my. He's,
Can you explain how your mind works?
naive.
Yes?
Yes.
It must be sad feeling everyone's pain all the time.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. I help. I find wounds and heal them. I salve, soothe, save. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
Okay.
Walk me through the way you help someone.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it fretting. Some you can solve by giving something, food, a blanket, sleep. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack, fixed, festering, and the person makes a pearl of pain. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Well, okay. Alliteration aside, that made no sense.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other members of the Inquisition.
They remember me. Their eyes stick, some more. They want me to be. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to hear, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend. Solus isn't afraid of me. He sees spirits and understands. But he's sad underneath.
What do you say to me?
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it... old blood, deeper, passion pounding, pulsing, unchecked. Raw rage, but only an option. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight, you are theirs. It must be very hard. I hope I help.
Well,
I'll talk to you
thank you,
later.
Cole.
Goodbye.
I think. Let's see what Sarah wants.
The funniest thing I've seen in years.
Oh.
That cat dancing.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
Yeah, remind me not to get you mad.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a butt for the throne. A skinny elven puppet arse at that. Wonder how long before she forgets her poor elves. Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot, the whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
It's not that simple. Briala is in charge now. Their mistakes were worse.
You don't think much of her, but Briala came out ahead.
Right, because that was all the plan and not dumb luck. Dumb luck named you. Watch out, yeah. The hole in the sky didn't start their war. Stupid people did that. Still going to be plenty of those after Corypheus is dead.
That's very true. Alright, so where is that at? Is that Cassandra?
Love seeing you, yeah?
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Alright, let's see if we can get out the window. No? No? Okay. That has to be Cassandra. Doing okay?
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
They were mitigating.
Corypheus had agents sowing dissent and muddying the waters.
That's just it. Orlais is so vulnerable. If you killed everyone in the Triumvirate, the Qun would survive unchanged. I don't know. The Qun isn't perfect, but it doesn't care what any single person wants. Orlais is full of people who care about nothing else.
All right, well, enough. I guess you wouldn't call that wistfulness, now would you? Oh no, that's not. Who is that? New quest. New quest from who? Okay, I gotta figure out who it is. Oh, is it from him?
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
Well, that's good.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
I see.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Good. Qualifications?
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
the pure embodiment of nepotism. God. I mean, at least he can get the things.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Too scary?
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Alright. Last being, or second to last being Cassandra.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Hey, Cassandra. She bothering you having fun? What's this about?
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was a funny Kunari. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Is that even possible?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because they don't know what you are, and they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
So Refuse, who cares about the Chantry? I think she'd do well.
I think you'd make an excellent Divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats.
Few people do.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
You feel that way, so be better, or do better. These are extreme times. This is very true, but let's see.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Special. Let's go back. With Liliana, what would you change?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, But we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
I like it. New crusade for you. I'll help.
I have influence, and I can use it to help the Chantry make up its mind.
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right thing to do, then thank you. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Alright, is that it? Yep.
Hello? Hello? You haven't said a word since they got back from Halan. Future not so rosy? Thought you had both sides covered, that you were on your way back to court.
An elf. You don't know how undone my contacts are. Our history.
Interesting.
Yes, well, buck up. Odds are you won't survive this anyway.
That's actually
Nah, your future can't be that fucked that death is preferable. Josie.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was at Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
I don't blame them. At least we weren't bored. They were a bitch.
They don't see an empress murdered in front of their eyes every day.
I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment. How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
Mainly because we let her.
Powerful or not, even an empress can't know everything.
No, evidently not. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Our dance was the highlight.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime.
Oh shit, Morrigan's here. That's right. She came with us. Ah, damn. Jesus, my allergies are fucking with my eyes again. Oh, who's this?
You're the Inquisitor.
Yes, I am. Hello, little one.
You're very tall. Mother didn't say you were a Canary.
Is that a bad thing? I am indeed Canary. Who's your mother?
That's not such a terrible thing, is it?
No, I just feel bad about what happened to your people.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Cute. A little creepy.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally. I didn't know you had a son. Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Where's his father?
Will his father be joining us as well? I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
You must be proud he's a bit odd. I wanted to talk to you. That's a bit rude, but he is a bit off.
There's something rather unusual about him.
There is. He is a special lad. It falls to me to protect him from anything and anyone that mean him ill. Most of all, he must be protected from myself. No one could harm him more than I. To think, until recently, this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
You know about
it. Sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm rather fond of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Thanks.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
A terrifying prospect. We're not gonna find that kid walking around and just being relatively creepy, are we?
Wandering the gardens, I see.
Listen, tell me about you. Tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah, yes. Whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
You're an apostate, you were in the Fifth Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kakari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. I wish things had gone differently in the end. It had to be, yet. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
Tell me about the kid.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
Interesting.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. The moment Celine perished, my time in court was done. I do not miss it overmuch.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
That's true.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
See ya. Seriously don't want to be fucking around in the castle and then just turn around and he's right there. Wow, okay. Oh. The snowy wyvern. Alright. Well, I guess it's time to go back to the Exalted Plains, god damn it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Can't really, set waypoints. Alright, let's, bull, boom, and let's say Blackwall. Screw it. Why not? Why not? Confirm. Uh-oh. Did the stream fuck up? No, it did not. Good. All right. Oh God. The House Wrath. We read that. Randy Dowager Quarterly. We'll read that in a second. Oh God. Randy Dowager Quarterly. Waterlogged Quarterly Missive of Suspect Virtue. What the fuck does that mean, of Suspect Virtue? The Randy Dowager welcomes the blooms of spring, which collected Caliphygin, whatever the fuck, being a scandalous representation of Her Majesty. Caught in a flagrant delectable flagrant delectable that Majesty's favored continent. Oh, okay, that's strange. I don't know, maybe I just had a fucking stroke or something. Oh God. In a moment, I may have to open that door to let in the cool air of the air conditioner. So I apologize if it bursts your eardrums at all.
Nothing to report, sir.
All right. Why did I put that helmet on him? It's kind of dumb. Still got the damn banana mace. That just killed them all. Okay. Close to level 16. Now let's just try to await shit. Okay, what's this? Alright, fine. I know we didn't do a lot of this, so let's just go ahead and do it. That's strange. Actually have any mages. Damn it. Alright. Let's just see about getting this goddamn wyvern heart instead. So let's get these camps. We'll come back and do it later. Because I don't feel like switching my characters out. How's everybody doing today? demon ass. We're gonna ride on past. Shit. I simply wish to live in harmony. Okay, good. We can deal with you. There we go. Oh. Oh god, he just fucked him up. Let's check the chest first. Nope. There's nothing there. Okay, what the fuck is... Goddamn vintage warden. Alright, now it's time to take a goddamn nap. Alright, on to the next one. Seekers. Oh, okay.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good for you. Path of Flame. We can. Oh my god, Sarah.
Eat it! Ate it!
I love that. Sarah's just like a 9-year-old playing a video game. Jesus. Just get wrecked. Okay. The hell is that? Oh, that's just a card. Okay. Oh, shit. Fortress, I think that is. Alright. Fucking fine since we're in it. Oh Spirit demon. No major magic. Though I appreciate the reward. Well, legit can't tell which feminine or disparity. Kill it with fire! Did you hear that laugh? The fuck was that laugh? Cool, what was in here? Might have been a bird, I guess. Thetas, cool. What's this do? Essence. Alright, god damn it. Let's try to find the entrance to this fucking area. Because we're obviously not getting to it. God. You know what really grinds my gears? God. You know what really grinds my gears? I can't do the Peter Griffin accent. But what really pisses me off are those people who complain about everything and want to get all up in some shit. But then the moment you start that you have any minor complaints, act like you're the worst person in the world.
Give me a week and I could do it myself.
Give you a week? I don't think so, Bull. They just act like you complaining or having some minor reservation about something is the worst goddamn thing. But they're always pissed at somebody or something over something entirely minor fucking stupid. Always starting drama. I don't want to name no names, but there is at least one person I know who does that constantly. Oop. She does that constantly, and like today, they're like I ordered a new phone. It's an upgrade, but I had a new phone ordered, but my mother had to do it, and she's technologically inept, right? Like super doesn't know what she's doing. And she told me there was a possibility that the phone came in the mail as purple. And I'm like, why would you order something purple? I'm not really a fan of purple. It's not my thing. And she just kind of blew it off like an, oh well, who cares? And I'm like, it's not really that big of a deal. You just need to pay attention more. Because that's what she does when she's on the internet. When she's doing things, she doesn't necessarily pay attention. And she pisses herself off. And I'm like, no, it's not the internet's fault. It's your fault. You need to pay attention. I mean, am I going to get like a nearly 60-year-old baby boomer to pay attention? No. But still, you got to pay attention. And Little Miss Drama Queen wants to put that shit out like it's some sort of issue. When I'm just like, no, because I go on rants from time to time, as you may have noticed, and I'm just kind of like, like, I don't really care, but you gotta pay attention. And she's like, stop being an ungrateful little shit. You buy a kid. I'm like, no, that's not what it's about, you fucking dumbass. Shut up. I want to see if I can hunt a holla. Let's hunt a holla. None so far. Probably will want to go to the Emerald Graves for that though. Alright, let's see if we can get this last this fucking historical landmark, and then go back to Skyhold, open up that passage, and then get the snowy river. Okay. Back to Skyhold. Oof, Lord. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry. We just loaded into, just loaded into Skyhold again. As I returned. It just gets way too hot in here sometimes. Alright. Oh shit, what happened?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. I've just received the most terrible news.
What is it?
I'm engaged.
To who?
To me?
For the past year, my mother and father have searched Antiva for a match for me. They had no idea you and I had grown so close. Today, I received a letter declaring they've betrothed me to Lord Adorno Cielo Tranto of Antiva. I must deal with this. But until then, we cannot be seen in a compromising situation. I'm so sorry.
Are you leaving us?
Are you saying we should act like nothing's happened between us?
No, not at all. But it is not right that we carry on while I am betrothed. I must break off the match first.
It must be a tricky prospect. Do you even know him? I understand.
Have you and this Antivan lord ever even met?
No. Perhaps, maybe at a cotillion some years ago. Oh, this is not what I wanted to happen. I barely remember Lord Otranto. I must see to this. And to my other duties. If I can keep my mind on them today at all.
Yeah, we need to get this fixed right away.
Inquisitor, I'm afraid untangling my engagement to Lord Otranto will take some time.
Is there anything I can do?
He is Antivan. The only acceptable thing to do would be to challenge him to a duel for my favor.
I can find gossip.
Every family has scandals. I'll find something to persuade Otranto to break off the match.
Please, Inquisitor, no. If Otranto found out, he'd challenge you to a duel. The traditional form of dueling among Antiva nobles isn't usually fatal, but there's always a chance of harm. I hardly wish to see you skewered on a sword point for the sake of my honor.
Alright, well then, I'm gonna duel him. I know you said not to, but I'm not gonna wait for months. But I just assumed that if he challenged me to a duel, there would be an intention of murdering me. Accept the report. Unlimited power for whom? For Varric, I assume? Okay.
Any Venatori activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
All right.
Gather Otranto. Investigate Lord Enzo of Antiva. The report from Antiva. Okay, so this is probably best for Liliana to do.
Inquisitor.
Redcliffe. I think that's like one of the few things that Cullen can do. Gather coin. Alright, Joe. Have at it, girl.
Inquisitor? Any news on why Corypheus is sending people to explore elven ruins of all things?
No, I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
What's this? Access to Gillihan. What is this? Emerald Gray. Okay. Venture forth now. And now we'll take. Bada boop. Nope. Because I saw Cassandra. So, bada boop. Bada boop and bada boop boop. Confirm. Alright, so some information about our prey here, actually. The wyvern, like its relative, the dragon, has nearly been hunted to extinction. Wealthy or legions are particularly fond of the wyvern chase. Why? They're giant, dangerous lizards. Although their servants and dogs take risks, while the noblemen merely accept the prey. Yeah, which is true. It is the venom that makes the creature so valuable. What? Oh, poisons. Oh, and potion making. It's used in potion making, alchemy, and production of rare, potent liquor called aqualutive. Lucidus. That makes it sound like it's got a hallucinogenic property, which yeah, that makes sense. Drugs, I guess, in a sense. Oof. God, Orlais is a giant clusterfuck, man. They're so strange compared to everyone else, including the Qun. They're just stranger because they do weird things like that. weird traditions like that. Even the lower class are okay with it. They like, I wouldn't necessarily say okay with it, but like they hold no issue with how strange it is. They just think that shit's normal. What's this? Oh, damn it. And then we'll heal up and then head out.
Inquisitor.
Huh, what's it? One less inventory. I suppose we'll get it in a second. So this seems on the way. This way? Is it? Through here, I suppose. Don't you just love it when ruins start to whisper to you? And something red pops up on the screen everywhere. Oh, cool. Sarah's standing there just straight up invisible. why not? What do we have up here? Is that a... Oh, those are Inquisition
We've been
scouts.
scouting the region, your worship. I've some supplies here you may find useful.
Thank you. Okay. That didn't seem to fully... Oh, okay, we went the wrong way. Because there's that way, and then there's down this way.
Nothing to report, sir.
Although maybe not.
My lady.
Interesting. Although it seems to be over by that fort that we passed a little back. So, hold on. I am confused. Confused. Alright, hey everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna have to end it off early just a little bit today. Mainly for the simple fact that I have to go through the most likely long activation process for my new phone. So I thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And I'll see you all later.